Alright, with Valencia behind us, it's time to move on to the next scenario. When last we played, we did Caesarea. Caesarea is a good laugh, because it destroys me. But something that I'm not very familiar with is Damascus. Let's go check it out.
The Empire's western provinces are bustling since my consolidation program succeeded so well. Now I want to apply the same policies to our eastern borders. Damascus is a good place to start. Build a medium city there and absorb the natives already living in the province. Nameless nomadic raiders have long plagued the province, and Egyptians have given us trouble over the years too, despite Alexandria's inclusion in the empire. The land there is not especially good for building or for farming. I am confident that you won't let that stop you. Your success will go far towards calming the East.
Yes, so welcome to Damascus. I don't like this map, but I don't Tarsus dislike this map. It's a strange one. You have 3 oases, or oasi, heavens knows, and that's the only place where you're going to get water and farmland. 2 of them are particularly nasty because they've got the natives, and if we check out the native risk, yeah, they're like, no building here, sir. Easily placated with a few native what are they called again? Mission posts? Mission posts. Really, it would probably take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 5. Might even take more to placate all of these. But we do have this area over here, which is just ripe for exploiting. And I'm keen to do that. I'm also keen to do this a little differently than normal, but we'll see how well it works out. We're not doing this splendid isolationist style. So I would love to change the title of this, but can't be bothered. So where do we go and where do we start and what the heck do we do? Well, we don't have to worry about any seafaring trade routes. We trade with Tarsus and we trade with, not even going to try, Syria. Let's see, they'll buy up our olives, our furniture, 25 each of, 15 wine and 25 of our oil. This seems pretty lucrative, but then furniture sells pretty well as well, and the makings for furniture is everywhere. This one's probably going to be pretty tight. I don't have much experience with Damascus, so let's see how it goes. First off, I'm going to want to take a lot of this farmland. You can't build or delete things when the game is paused, so I will be pausing quite often, especially during setup, because I'm not quite sure how this is all going to work out, but this is a good strip of fertile land, and this is good for building, and get rid of this junk, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so worth going over this in Damascus. We don't have access to wheat. Wheat grows twice as fast as all the other foods, so the fact that we can't blow it is a bit of a kneecap. We can import it though, as we can see from from the south, we can import wheat. I don't think I will unless I get some really nice patricians on the go. We're also limited to 1 type of wine. No, we're not. Wow, we're really not. Okay, we can have the biggest and best of the palaces. This is actually looking pretty good. Hey, I'm probably going to enjoy this map by the end of it all. But before my enjoyment comes, I've got to start building up proper. I think this is where we're going to start out. Religion and normal overlays to get things normalized. I will not pay above Rome, but I certainly won't tax my people for a while. Jake, as someone who doesn't quite grasp all the concepts, can you explain why some houses form 2x2s and some don't? Doesn't seem to be much rhyme or reason to it. I think it's a 4 in 9 chance that they will merge together. Less than half the chance, I think. And what determines it is the pattern of the tile of the northernmost house of 4 things. So if I put 4 here, it would judge the northern post. It would check what the seed is under it, which will determine what pattern you see on the ground. And if it's one of the correct numbers, it'll go, okay, this is going to merge into a 2x2, provided all the houses in the square are the same type, which is why I try to keep just 2 small tents to begin with. Okay, maybe this Okay, now we got something we can work with here. I'm gonna need lots and lots of prefects, no doubt about that. I've also got to leave a little gap for... gotta make sure there's a gap there. Yeah, there will be. A gap enough for our aqueducts to get through. Or else I'm gonna have a very bad time. Aye, they'll get through. Good, good, good. Now I'm not sure just how much farmland I'm gonna need at the very start. It's not like I'm gonna be feeding loads of people, plus I will need the money. Always need the money. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Should I get another 1, 2, 3? There's certainly space for another 1, 2, 3. Yeah, why not? I hope these guys will all get access to labor. And then a granary could be stuck here, or here, or here. Or how will I do this? I always like having them on the corners. I've got to build up and get houses on the go quickly, otherwise things are going to go pretty explodey pretty quickly. One, 2, 3, maybe 4? I don't know how far up these farms are going to make it. You know, part of me thinks I made this too far north because this is... Nah, you know what, that should be alright. Get a bit more here, maybe, maybe not. It's hard to say. One, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So I got an interesting message on YouTube saying, why don't you make your places more connected? So I'm going to try, emphasis on try, to make all of this more connected than normal. I don't know if there's going to be enough space for everything I want to put here, but I will try. It's always tricky though. So how far are we going to go along here? 40 seems like overkill. I'll go with that. $10, $11, $12 2x2s. All depends on what merges, but that should suffice. And I guess I could have either services here or services here. I'm not terribly sure. Another frame of mind is, what does it matter? It's nice to have my markets here, so more services, I guess. Outside of the borders of the Roman Empire, what regions of the world do you think would be interesting for a game like this? Well, there's already Zeus, Pharaoh, Empire. Take your pick. But Caesar 3 is the one that really spoke to me, because I like the Roman setting. These guys are going to be veggies and nothing but. I will probably diversify food later on, but not right now. One engineer post right here should solve everything. Engineers have a very, very long range. But multiple prefectures are going to be required. Of that I'm certain. This is draining my denarii like nobody's business. I should be thinking about how to make the Manola up here. I think I see the error of my ways. There's no room for farms. Yeah, this probably should have been one shorter, but that's alright. We'll just work around that. This probably won't be necessary. I want to get my exports going soon, but this probably won't be enough population to do everything that I want with. So maybe, and it's unusual, but maybe I can start another block pretty rapidly. Don't want to risk it until I have this out here, but how will I shape it? This stuff's just going to get in the way, so away with you. I want to use lots of farms up here that also come down to here. I wonder if I can swing up with this, or is that too risky for the people that walk around here? I think it's a little too risky for them. 1, 2, 3, maybe? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing different things than normal. Don't know how tight this is good to make. How many farms can we fit in here? Good enough. If I can actually tell what I was looking at. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. And that should give me room to extract iron from here as well. Now we don't sell weapons, good it does. But I'd like to be able to make them. Don't know how strong the invasions get here. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty sweet. Could make it a little wider though. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Heavens knows if the numbers are going to work out here. But we have something interesting at the very least. Maybe I can have like a B shape here for my my housing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Hell, it's something different at the very least. But that tells me that I want to get exports going very soon, so if I just have some houses and a little bit of industry here, we should be good to go. I don't know if people find this early game thought process of what in the world I'm doing interesting, but whether they do or they don't, it's what I want to do. That's what I have to do, otherwise I have no idea where I'm going with all this. A couple of you should be fine. I will also need an engineer post. I'll figure out the finer points of that later. And I'm going to need to open that trade route. So the question is, olives and furniture or wine and vine? Well, the decision is made for us. 2 olive farms and 1 vinery will be plenty for all of this. But I also need the workshops for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And wine, please. 1, 2. I don't know if this is the best place for them. I can always move them in the future if need be. It's not a problem to have my farms far away from the granaries because everything takes a long time to grow since we have only, what was it? Vegetables and fruit and pigs. I don't think we're going to be touching on pig. No, we could feed patricians on that. There's no need to import food. That's good news. We're going to have this even further away. I think maybe here would be the best solution. Because I may want to feed my people this wine and vine later on. I can figure out the finer points of it later on. I'll probably be overproducing on both, but that's alright. It'll take a while for it to light up anyway. To light up, what a strange choice of words there. 1, 2, 2 space, 2, okay, that should be good. Well, maybe not good, but it'll be acceptable. Okay, I'm probably going to save this under Damascus stream in case everything goes terribly. My fiancée Anne says everything you do in C3 is interesting, Jake. Well, thank you. Now, since I'm not terribly concerned about food, I'm going to kibosh vegetables at the moment. Because I don't care if my people eat or not, yet. They're going to be happy anyway. Got a bit of a North Korea mode going on early here. But I need people to come in and work. To the point where I should probably have more open spots for people to come in and move in. Like I said, very unusual for me to link up my cities, but I wanted to try it because I really did get called out on YouTube. Well, not really called out, it's just like, Jake, could you do it where things are connected like a main road? And I was like, I don't really know what you mean, but you probably mean connect up my cities. Valencia is a good example of me not doing that. Pardon me. I just threw... Oh, I don't like the way these are not merging very well at all. There's going to be a lot of these to be deleted. In fact, I think every single one of these mergers are going to be deleted in the future. Yeah, in Valencia, I actually... So I keep losing my train of thought looking at this stuff. In Valencia, I kept everything very far apart. Nothing was linked up together. This ain't good. This is the opposite of good. Okay, thank goodness for that. And that's why these desert maps can be such a pain. Fire is semi-random. It can pop up a lot faster than you expect it to. I'm even going to throw down another prefecture. Don't think damage is any risk. Nope.
I'm hardly needed. These buildings are in great condition.
How many times am I going to start a map and forget about both gods and doctors? I think the answer is I'm still going to do it many more times. Below average health, that I can nip in the bud. The gods... Okay, I think Caesar is going to be particularly not happy with me after this, but... I'll put down these small temples for now. And there'll be more to come, no doubt. But that'll keep the gods happy for a wee bit. Ha, angry. At least we have unemployment, which is good. It means I can unkibosh the vegetables. And then we find ourselves short by 24 employees. That's fine. That's what immigrants are for. Still, I need people to move in here. Kind of expected. I pushed a little too far. So Caesar's a little unhappy with me. Oh, speaking of him being unhappy, let's lower our salary drastically, because I don't need that much money. Heck, I can give much of it back to the city. I wouldn't have gone in debt if I'd remembered how much extra money I had on me. But I did not, so I did. DDR Nero at it again. This is what I meant about fire being somewhat random. And that's what happens. It will spread like, well, wildfire. That's why it's good to get away from being a tent city pretty quickly in a desert map. You don't have to worry about it in northern maps at all, because there is no risk of fire there. But we're not in a northern map. Far from it. So we've got plenty of food coming in. We actually have a bit of extra dosh So how about I throw down a reservoir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Seems like a reasonable place for a reservoir. Stick one over there and bring over the aqueduct. Now I remember playing this map when I thought I was getting good at Caesar 3. I mean, I was a naive fool for thinking that, but I thought I was getting good at it. And the reason I remember this map so well is because I had a lot of large shacks, because I could not for the life of me get the food from these oases to the population in any not terrible looking manner. I'm trying to fix that with this Damascus. A lot of this 2016 campaign is fixing the mistakes I made as a child. Every single time I come back to Caesar, I get stronger at it. Maybe someday I'll be competent at this game. That's the hope. Nero's still a better emperor than Caligula. Why, thank you. Right, I'm still going to need water up here. Good thing I left myself this chunk of land that I didn't intend on leaving myself. I'm going to need water over here no matter what, and I'd rather not pipe it in ugly style from here. And there is space here, right? There is plenty of space. I should reserve this space, essentially. Knowing full well I'm probably going to need it in the future. Oh wait, hold that thought. We can go around. Amazing. Could even do the magical water supplies here, but that would prevent Plaza. And I don't think I want to prevent Plaza just yet. That'll do. Scanners with a lot of buildings. But I'm sure I'm going to need this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I said, it's going to be needed eventually. Oh, that is nasty. And it could be done so much better if I just link it there. Plus, I like the way that the water falling off here triggers people in nasty ways. So, exports above 4, because it's always nice to have a bit just to show off. And I should start feeding these poor people. But they need water first. There we go. Thought I rebuilt all these places that burned down. Now, water only has a range of 3 in desert provinces. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Probably going to have more fountains than I actually need, but needs must. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's kind of nice the way it gets most of you. Actually, you've all been very, very nice for merging, and I respect that. I respect it with free water. Here you go. Oh, right, maybe I shouldn't be throwing all that money that Caesar gave me into large statues again. Bad habit. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, and I could just throw you down here. Or even better, there. Unsure. Truly unsure. Ah well, I love my large statues anyway, I'm gonna throw them down. Who's gonna stop me? Not Caesar. And markets are a real necessity. As are enough food to stop my people from starving. The gods are going to be pretty unhappy with me very soon. Wonder if it's worth me making another block down here. Because I can get another industry going with the whole furniture. And it only requires two lumber people. How would I do it, like that or like this? That seems larger than I need, really. A lot larger than I need. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I couldn't possibly need it bigger than that. It's not possible. Okay, I am fast running out of money. I should stop wasting it all like this. And maybe, you know, start exporting for a change. So we have a total of 7 denarii left, which doesn't look good for the bank. I'm going to give everything I have to the city. And hope that the city doesn't go on fire. Oh dear. Worst thing about fires, it drags a lot of the prefects away from their existing duties. And stops them from preventing fires. So fires are a self-feeding piece of nasty. There we go, got a bit of money. Can replace what burnt down, and maybe get something resembling a successful city established. People are going to need entertainment. People are going to need edutainment. I wonder if one library placed centrally could get everybody. I don't think my library's good. Okay, let's not put you over there. Oh, I never did link this up, did I? Let's change that. Guess the library can go over here.
My governors think money grows on trees.
Cool your jets there, Caesar. I'm gonna make good. Because I got all this wine, well, not all this wine, but all this oil that hopefully I'm exporting. There we go. Look, back in the black. Rats in the drinking water is going to constantly keep my health poor, so I need to make sure my... Well, I need to make sure my whole city isn't burning down. Boy, does it take a lot of prefects to stop everything from going up in flames. There we go. If I get everything up to Casa, they'll be slightly less flammable. So how am I looking on the farm front? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... Okay, so I should have way more farms than I need at the moment. Better to plan in advance though, right? Good. Don't like how you guys are not getting your entertainment though. My theatre man just must be going wherever his heart pleases. He really is. This is why I don't like linking things up like this. It's very, very hard to tell where your walkers are going to go. If I stuck him over there, then you probably wouldn't be faffing around over there. And when it comes to education, yeah, libraries, everybody's getting the libraries. So the gods are unhappy, enemies are closing in on us. All in all, things look pretty nasty, so 2 temples to everyone here. Expensive though it is, with money that I don't have. And I'm going to need a barracks. And I'm going to need some javelins, but where? I'm not even sure. Stick them out here, because I'm certainly not going to be building here anytime soon. Caesar is going to be mad. Caesar is just going to have to deal with it. Well, I'll go and grab him a glass of wine or something. I want to get another industry set up pretty soon, though. Wait, 2? Then I just need 1? Well, I'll have to open the trade route first. 25, huh? Interesting. Let me try and remember, because my numbers could be off here by quite a bit. 0.8, 8 paradises. Okay, I'm actually a little short. I could be making a lot more on both of these things. Time for debt strats. And if Caesar gets angry, then oh well. I love how everything's coming up in red because I'm using money that I don't have. This is what Caesar was talking about when in the final mission he goes, "I'll overlook the differences that you and I have had in the past." Oh, well that's the opposite of good. Why is Mars so unhappy? Oh, okay, all the gods are really unhappy. So let's talk about things that I don't have to fend off natives with. An army. Well, goodbye my city. I really liked my city. Okay, so something to be remembered there. Don't forget the gods. So that was a nice thing that didn't happen. Let's preempt some of the problems that our clairvoyance has shown us by not allowing everything to burn to cinders. And actually build the correct number of these things. So I can get another vines here. And another oil here. There we go. Might be borderline good. And I'm going to need those workshops, 2 more of each. Feels a bit of a waste putting them on the farmlands, but I need the money. And no one can begrudge me that. Okay. Alright, fast forward, just wait until Caesar gets super unhappy with me again. Oh dear, that looks like about to go on fire. Like all of this. Please. Even the prefecture caught fire. That's how bad it gets. And I think my gods are still going to be unhappy. Okay, you know, let's stop making the same mistakes over and over. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Jake, what's after Damascus? I believe London is after Damascus. There are no fires in London, and that is nice news. I think I'm going to do something I don't normally do and say that prefectures are number 1. Let's make sure that is kiboshed. Good, that's a lot less fire right now. Let's have more of these though. Phew. Okay, so straight away I need more industry and more army. And I also have to make sure that my gods don't get incredibly unhappy. Easy peasy. More olives. More vines. Oil, oil. And what was it? Wine, wine. There we go. These guys are also going to want their water, but you know, as long as I get this industry going, I think things will be just fine. Provided I set up an army as well, without again letting everything go on fire. So there's the immediate goal, get everything up to small casa and get an industry going. Jake, no fires in London, needs more bakeries. I think it is possible to get fires in London, but only through disgruntled people setting fire to things. How very fitting, right? People will want water eventually. It's a real shame to be spending all my money like this. Well, spending all of Caesar's money. Good. I'm probably going to need more temples sooner rather than later. I can stick them somewhere else once things stabilize, but I at least need to make sure that the gods don't do horrible things to me again. I think I can hear Mars in the background. Still tempted to set this up early just so I can get an army. It does detract from the prefect though. Oh well, once I have ample unemployment, I can send my people away to do that. Oh, that's nice. Mercury giving me all that free food. It's a shame it's a diverse, different loads of food. Different vocabulary failing me. Different kinds of food, so it mucks up some of the market ladies, but that's not too much of an issue right now. Let's at least get some people drinking. That's nice, that reaches just about everybody I want it to. And then we feed them. And then I watch my denarii go down and down and down. Did I forget doctors again? Wow. Sometimes I amaze myself with my own incompetence. There we go. Thank goodness for Venus, though. She'll stop people getting quite so mad at me. So I'm glad I prefaced this with the I don't know Damascus very well, because it makes me seem only slightly incompetent rather than massively. Well, hopefully. Things are still not going well for me. Nothing like some statues to cheer people up from things going terribly. Well, at least I'm cheered up. Alright, let's just sell all of this stuff. There's no need for any of it. If I've got it, sell it. There we go. All nice and sold, keeping me in the black. These guys are unfortunately very not full of water. That can be fixed. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, pop. Still want this area though. How will I fill it up though? I'm still working on that part. Gotta remember that I need 3 timber yards. And I'm very much opposed to deleting deleting the source of timber that you use adjacency for, so I always try to keep one that's there. That should be plenty, and as I said before, I kinda want it to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. To think that little tuft of grass there would be enough to keep an entire timber industry going. And keeping the prefectures going. And not quite at the stage of needing more temples, but I'm gonna be at the stage of needing more temples. So I'd rather get it ready. Are you going to be living in a tent city like this soon, Jake? Thankfully not. I managed to finally get a mortgage, so I'm hunting down places to live. Bloody Sweden. I can't believe all the propaganda they gave me before I moved here about how amazing Sweden is. Should have never believed a word of it. Okay. High time they actually started eating. Homegrown Damascus vegetables. There we go. Take a wee while for things to work out, but they will work out. Work out a bit better if these people had something to drink, though. I'd rather just cut off these stragglers than worry about getting them watered. Actually, these guys don't need this fountain at all. That's really nice. They all merge. So this one fountain deals with all of them. Oh, both these fountains. They share the task. Jake, please connect the cities. They are connected. Alright, things are going quite a bit better. I'm saving it there. But I will need a barracks and a fort. Might as well stick the barracks back in the way of places nobody wants to live. Stick our javelineers out there. And when we get some education on the go as well, then this should all eventually become small casas, and I'll stop hanging my head in shame for how badly this has gone thus far. Hopefully. We'll celebrate by wasting our money on some more giant statues. I think they look horrible, frankly, casas in the desert area. But we have what we have. Bloomin' rats. City health is bad. But, oh, okay. Got the old problem of, because I do the whole linking like this, the clinics don't cover places that I want them to, which is everywhere. This is why you have to do a lot of faffing around in this kind of game. Like, even with that, these people still aren't getting coverage by the clinic. So I should move him somewhere that he actually does his job. Somewhere like there. Move away. Okay, the enemies are closing in. High time we got ourselves some more divisions. I'd like to train them, so I will. Another thing on the list of things I would like to do is have more money. So we'll set up the 3 necessary timber yards and get furniture flowing. That's half of the ones that I need. And there's the other half. It's got a long way to go if I want to go to the center though, and I could probably get rid of that market in the future, replacing these. But for now, I'm sticking you here. This is where the furniture goes, and I want to sell all of it to you, or at least every one that you'll buy. There'll be a bit of overspill, or rather more than we need. I can change these exports to over 4 so I can keep some for myself, and isn't that nice? Jake, am I getting this right? Bad road pattern gives bad results from city building even if you place buildings right. Okay, it's Atwix, so you probably want a detailed answer here. We have this clinic. Let's slow right down. And we're going to have an overlay where we see just that clinic. This clinic will send out a walker. The walker will... He'll go north or south, I don't even know. Let's say he goes south. He'll go tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, and he will walk a certain amount of steps. I don't know what exactly it is. It's like 30-something. And then, let's say he has a bit to go. He'll hit a crossroads, and he'll be like, shall I go which way? I don't even know. And you can't reasonably estimate which way he's going to go. So he's just going to go one of 3 of them. So maybe he'll go da-da-da. And now he's reached the limit of his walking, so he will walk home the fastest way, which is da-da-da-da-da. And then he'll pick another point to walk to. Might be here. He'll walk towards it, and then he might walk a bit more and then go back. Where he goes in his 4 patterns, and every walker has 4 patterns unless they have a destination like an actor going to an actor's colony or a market lady going to the granary, they have 4 places, and you cannot reasonably guess where those are going to be. It's based off of like some randomness of the tile that's a certain bit to the east or north of it. I don't know. There's a lot of writing about it on the enthusiasts forums that I am not about to be getting into. I mean, for example, these guys have a theatre right here. Couldn't really be much closer. But they're not getting it, because if we go to theatre, this actor guy is just walking down here.
I simply can't perform well without more food.
He can't perform well full stop, so I'm going to be moving him over here in the hopes that it gives him a different pattern. This is why when I do most of my cities, I do figures of 8, like thus. So a walker will, for example, go here, and then he'll go here, and then I don't care which way he goes, because he'll either go back, or he'll go down here, at which point he will circle round, and then have no choice but to go back. Also, I didn't really have the denarii to waste on doing that. Speaking of not having denarii to waste, I want to see Caesar spill over another cup of wine.
My governors think money grows on trees.
Oh, well, he's not quite at the point of spilling it. That's when you remain in debt for 12 months, I believe. So these guys, yeah, they're not getting their entertainment because the actor is here and he's not going down there. It is certainly a real weakness of this game, but working with the walkers is pretty much the game full stop. So I'm just going to move him and then I'll think of something better to do with this. Maybe I'll fill it in with a house later on. We have reasonable unemployment, which is nice. Why not do straight zeros instead of 8s, Jake? This kind of opens up more space to play around with. And it means I can put, for example, industry here and houses and services here. Because all I want are for the services to loop around the houses. All I need the industry to do is send out a walker and walk past a house to get labour access. Let's see if we can see one of those. here we go. This farm just sent out this guy.
Could you spare a little bread? I haven't eaten for so long.
Ignore what he's saying. Because this farm needs to get labour access. To do that, it sends out one of these walkers, specifically the citizen people, and if he walks past these houses, well, any houses, then he is going to generate labour access for this. It's not specifically drawn from this house, it just gives it access to labour. So thanks to him walking past all these houses, this farm now has loads of labour. It's got a hidden value that's ticked up to its probably maximum from walking past those. That's another sad part. So the librarian here has not covered these folks. I'm tempted to close this gap. In fact, I will close this gap. Still keeping prefectures aplenty though, because sod doing anything other than that. Any of these people, if they walk down here, they're always going to end up with labour access though, so I'm not concerned with how it goes. Still probably going to want more houses around here. There's going to be a lot to tweak with this Damascus. I am certain of that. Let's get rid of this figure of 8. I wasted too much money on that. I don't know how bad the attacks get here, especially early on, so I'm making do with that. I think these guys are still not entertained from my theatre. I could slap down another theatre. I'm going to need it for the... Oh yeah, the theatre is here. They're still not getting any theatre coverage. And this is why I normally use loops. Okay, Caesar wants weaponry. What a militarist. Oh well, you know what, how about that? You can possibly go wrong with theatre there. Now, shall I make weapons? I think I shall. I can set up an iron mine here. I can make a weapons place just about anywhere I want, but I'll do it here. Now, nobody buys weapons, so what? I'll do 2 anyway. And I'll set up a warehouse. I don't know, might as well be right next to them, which only accepts weapons. Oh man, I have got the itch with Damascus. It's annoyed me so much, I'm going to make something really nice out of it. But I want everyone in Casas first. There we go, they finally all got some entertainment. One, 2, 3, 4. Ugh, why count when I can just look here? 21. That'll feed more people than I have, but not more people than I'm going to have. It probably still won't be enough to feed everyone I'm having, but it'll do for now. It's a little inefficient, really. Probably could have pushed this up 1 more and made a lot more space, but I'm not about to delete all this just to shove everything up 1. Besides, I got space here for more. So it was a bit of a headache getting here, but we are here, and things are... No. This level has random iron mine cave-ins as opposed to random clay pit flooding. Caesar is going to be unhappy with me sooner or later, so... Oh, my wage is way too high. Let's set that way down and send him some... I will not send him these cheetahs and giraffes for 1,500. I will give 2,000 to the city, and then I'll give another 500 to the city, and then I'll give another... How much money do I have? I'll give him another 120 to the city. Then I'll send him some cheetahs and giraffes. There we go. The most expensive gift to Caesar costs 200 plus a percentage of the money that you have, so I just gave most of the money back to the city. It's something you can do as governor, because you're a nice guy, right? Pottery has to be imported in this map. Interesting. Not saying I'm going to give these guys pottery yet, but I'm going to have something set up to actually take it in. Like I said, I'm going to keep everything connected here. Things could fall apart pretty rapidly, especially due to lack of prefects. Like over here. Prefectures right here in this place is apparently about to go on fire. There, have some more prefects. Stop bothering me. Maybe I can get another loop of houses here, I don't know. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a very experimental map for me. I wouldn't need any of these scrubs. And they are actually scrubs. Good. Well, I don't know how good, but it's something. It could throw off a whole load of my walkers. Enemy is on the way, I just heard the toot-to-toot. I probably shouldn't like this. This is wasted space here. Too wasted. There we go, same net result in terms of walker loops here. Now the population requirement is only 6,000. And these things will... they're not being taxed, but I don't think I should tax them just yet. Jake, what have you rolled in your cursed die today? Take a guess. It'll probably be right. Well, those gods are not going to be very happy for much longer. So much as it disgusts me, I'm going to have to place down more of these. I hate doing this though. Oracles are better, so much more efficient in space, and I think they look nicer than clumping all those temples together. This also means a lot of temples that I have to tear down later on. Honestly, I think I'm going to want this a lot more central. I wonder if it would be too far for them to go here and then return. I don't think it would. Would. This is definitely not what the invasion looks like. But it's on its way, right? I need to be ready for this to a degree. I'm going to change this to be the new wood place. And I'm just going to let you rot away. So here are our foes. I think I'll wait for them to get a bit closer, but I'll save because that's totally the kind of thing that I would forget and then burn down for. Wonder if this will work. Yes, I hear you. It's going to be very ugly for people living here, so I'm going to have to build niceties, no doubt. Okay, it's a pretty small army, but they brought camels, that's kind of cool. Oh, and this is one of a number of attacks the enemy are going to throw at me. That's fine though. Anybody who is not militarily trained, that would be you. Please go and die. Those of you that are trained, please hold the back. Well, I could have sent you to fight the ever-threatening zebras. Okay, good, some of them died. Come and get it. Oh, they are cavalry camel. Does that make sense? Probably not. Caesar's going to get a bit mad about... No, I've got actually time to comply with that, so Caesar will not get mad. I'm also going to up my salary slightly so I can send him gifts more frequently, if the need arises. Does bulldozing a temple give any malice to the gods, Jake? No. It can be fixed by rebuilding it instantly. If you wait around, though, they will get jealous because they will detect that they have fewer temples than the other gods. I want to check to see the prosperity requirement is 55. That's very, very easy to reach. I think you can get that with medium insulae, but we can grow our own oil, so there's no need to limit ourselves there. So more immigrants are good immigrants. Below average health is not good health. At least the clinics deal with everyone now. 4 clinics for this map is insane, though. Oh, that's interesting. This one clinic man actually covers all this, I believe. That's cool. I can tweak my clinics later on if the need arises, and the need will probably arise. I'm going to plaza this up and statue it up, because otherwise people are not going to like living here. And they deserve a bit of schooling. They're going to need schooling eventually anyway. But one school should cover the whole thing. Should is an important part of this phrase. Interestingly, they also get a bit of entertainment. A bit. I'm not sure if they're going to get all the entertainment they need, but I can keep an eye on that. Lovely. And I can please the Emperor. Oh, it's coming together. Don't believe the dice rolls. If the prefecture is going anywhere, it's going in a little bit there. Lovely. Halfway to victory on the population of Damascus. I don't like much of Damascus, but that'll do. So I managed to empty this out, which is good. And believe it or not, I'm gonna link these together for better or for worse. Because I think we could have another bunch of people living here. A big bunch of people. Don't know how we're doing food-wise, but that's a number I can check. 29. 29 could feed 3,000, 4,000... It's 29 times 160. Frankly, I'd be happier if there were 40 farms here. And I can increase it by 1. But I'd like to increase it by more than that, really. I could lower the amount of industry I have, but I kinda like those exports, so I'm not about to. Oh, right, I got a whole bunch of arable land here. And I believe I can make good use of it. Or better use of it this way. I am a genius. Or I'm just slightly less blind than normal. Either way, I'll take it, and we'll have a little overflowing bit of aqueduct, because it tickles my fancy. I'll get rid of you. I'm sure there's somewhere else we're going to want you, like, I don't know, anywhere. Just stick another one of you down here. And more vegetables, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so close, but not quite there. It's a crying shame I could get 2 here if it wasn't so packed. Alternatively, I can make use of the fact that I have this useless bit of land here. Ho, ho. It's like they actually want to die. Works for me. Now, before I lose my train of thought, I had a wonderful idea, didn't I? Didn't I? Oh, that's almost better. At least I got one more. Alright, charge in, lads. Combat in this game is fairly simplistic, but I like it. Doesn't outstay its welcome. There we go. Besides, it's a city builder. The whole existence of enemies is just to make you spur on your economy faster. Otherwise you could just stay in tent city forever. Nobody wants that, right? So fire risk remains nice and low, as it should be. Why did I not move you two up a bit? If I simply did, I'd have enough room for all this. Probably made the shape without thinking of this ahead of time. And now I've just scuppered you. Maybe, but also maybe not. Because I could just change the shape. And hey presto, room for another farm. Pretty much room for another 2 farms, but that'll be when I get rid of some of the industries. Why are you accepting vegetables? Okay, looks good. Jake, don't camp in the spawn points. I had no idea that they spawned there. They don't normally spawn from the road to Rome. Must be an unusual arrangement for this map. Don't like the fact that I could be making more houses here, but I'm currently not. That's the part that I don't like. Yeah, I could make more here. It would be undesirable to live here, but... well, nothing a large statue doesn't offset. Nothing 2 large statues don't offset. They don't get water this way, mind. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can figure it out. Maybe they'll merge together nicely. Recht. I still want more people living here, though. It's going to be so hard to upgrade this, these dwellings, given the way I'm making this map. So how undesirable is this? Oh, nice, nice. They won't be impacted by the forts this way. That's good. So market goers will have a long way to go. In fact, I have a feeling that my markets, as they are going to be quite stretched by this, so I'll throw down a couple more, and they're going to need quite a few here, I imagine. And probably another doctor, because my doctors don't know their arse from their elbow in this map. Stretched for getting water over here. But I have a trick for that one, don't I? Don't I just? Just make it extra ugly for people that have trouble with that. You know who you are. Oh, it fixed itself. Not what I was planning on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll bring it a bit closer just in case. Don't know how people would feel sharing all the water from this one oasis. Is that water good? What's oasis water like anyway? So by adding an extra loop here, I've made my actors once again not have any idea what to do. So I'll have to slap down another actor colony. This is a very unusual way for me to build a city, and in that sense I quite like it. People shouldn't hesitate to try new things. Jake, does this game have a tech tree? If so, could you show it please? It does not have a tech tree. Ergo, nothing to show. Right. Gods are about to get on my ass again. I get the feeling that I'm going to need to set up some kind of god-appeasing square here. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Borderline acceptable. This is always going to need more prefectures until I'm certain that nothing is going to become a tent again. And a couple of legionnaires, because why not? Have some diversity going on. Sweden has taught me well, right? It's nice having disposable income again, I'm telling you. One librarian should cover the whole shebang here. Should, no guarantee of it. And in addition, they want to be entertained. They all always want to be entertained. So I'm kind of on thin ice here, in that everybody here is living in small casas, but I have really set up nothing that will ensure they have, well, anything better. I need to import some pottery, and I have the money to do so now, so I'm going to do that. Could import clay, would rather import pottery. I mean, they sell me how much pottery? 25? 25's not a lot, actually. But it's only a small map, so I don't worry about that. I think I anti-worry about that. And let's keep Caesar nice and happy with those weapons, and also send him a gift. Hello, Daniel. Hope all is well. Surprisingly, in Caesar's good books at this rate. It's almost like something's wrong here. Right. Population-wise, once everything evolves, we should be good. Not so sure if food-wise will be okay for feeding everyone, but that's a future concern. We have the pottery, we have the furniture, we have the... oh, we're not going to have the much unless I set exports to be... Well, no, that can stay low. In fact, I can export almost all my wine. But oil... Oil and furniture, I need to keep some of that. Alright, that should be good. Jake, is it possible to fight and more importantly beat Caesar when he sends an army at you for being useless? What happens if you do? Yes, you can. I've done it a few times on stream already. He sends you a letter saying that people are calling you a hero in the streets of his own capital, and that the next time you cross him he will have your head, even if he has to send the whole Roman army to get it. I laugh at his attempts to do so, but really shouldn't tempt fate. Okay, looking good. It'll look a lot better once my markets actually get a decent amount of food flowing. Sweet. Not so sure about the food situation though. I mean, 36. What is 36 times 160? Enough, right? Hope someone works that out, because I don't want to spend time thinking about it. What I want to do is spend time evolving these guys. Now what they are really going to lack more than most things... Well, there are lots of things they're going to lack, let's face it. Don't like this. Do not like this. Fountain here would cover all of you. Get rid of that. Stick down large statue here. Give them some supplementary statues, because why not? There we go. 5,700. Okay, that tells me I need more farms. Lacking space to shove them in, but I can remove you. Stick in a veggie farm here. Wish I could. Aqueduct's in the way. Could also get more here if I got rid of some of my oil production, but I still need that money. Why is there nothing here? Surely I would have built you there earlier. You know, if I had any ounce of clever. I want to make sure also that there are no employment issues. Well, you're getting your first guy, so are you. That's not an issue. Alright. Might work. Still feel like I don't have enough food production though. That'll be 38. 38 farms. Like I said, I could get rid of some of these to free some up. Like the wine. The wine is unnecessary except for selling. But that's also pretty necessary. I don't like being tight on food though. Oh-ho! No, my legionnaires are not yet ready. man, it's hard to tell one from another when it comes to these indigenous. There we go, and even if they get through, I've got another line of defense. That's not the line I'm looking for. Come on, have at. Indigenous natives are always an easy kill. Wish I knew that when I made these maps for fun. I never knew my geography well, so I would just make everything local barbarians. It never made for much of a challenge. Okay, so this is looking almost acceptable. Where was my mind at though, other than the potential food shortage? It was the not so potential and very likely lack of entertainment. Also lack of happy gods. Bloomin' gods. If they're displeased, then that's okay. They don't get on your case about being displeased. But if they get worse than that, then I do have a problem on my hands. Okay, heavens knows how this is going to go down, but I would like a Colosseum. Might as well throw it down here. No one's going to like it there, but there it will go. Maybe that's not the best place. Maybe it would be better here. That's a bit more central. I got through an amphitheater here and here. And then I'm going to have what exactly? I will need a lion house. I'll throw one there. I will also need a gladiator school. I will throw one over here. And I don't know how it's going to work out. We will see. Going to fast forward time a wee bit. I'm also going to save. And I want to check how people's entertainment is. Ganked. So I mean, these people are looking alright. The trouble with the likes of the Lion Tamer and such is that they are going a very direct route to the Colosseum. What matters to me is where they walk from the Colosseum. So these guys all look good. These guys all look terrible. These guys look okay. Probably need some actor colonies. Wonder how that'll go down for people. This is pretty much guesswork. And this tells me that the people here don't really deserve to live here. They only get limited access rather than a decent amount. So theatre access is everywhere. That's good. Amphitheater access is so-so. And these two bunches of people don't get it at all. Could always solve that with, you know, an amphitheater or two. Colosseum access is the kicker. If people have access to a Colosseum, then they're going to have a lot easier time evolving. I'd rather keep my legionnaires as backup. Well, let's send them in anyway. Looking good. People with some access probably won't evolve well enough. I need people to have a reasonable access. I can increase everybody's points by 5 just by building a hippodrome. Which is kind of funny. And do I have the unemployment to do so? Hell yes I do. Nothing more godly than a hippodrome. Means I can also put a chariot maker next to wherever people don't have very good access to entertainment. Like around these sorry sods. Well, I mean I could, but where exactly? Yeah, where? Temptation is to stick one right here. Probably give you more happiness than having this amphitheater. Which I will add has no plays. Alright, you know what? Amphitheater goes here. Amphitheater here gets replaced with chariot racer. Or chariot maker, rather. Oh, his route goes pretty swell, actually. I like that. So what I'm going to do is unlock the floodgates. This could go extremely badly, but I'm doing it anyway. Bathhouses for everybody. Hopefully the bath ladies take good routes and actually wash all my filthy Romans. They might not. Certainly had plenty of times where they don't. But that should be enough. Wonderful. Okay, now this is what makes or breaks my city. Depending how I can handle the way things evolve here. Not sure how well it'll go, but I'll soon find out. Like this! You instantly devolving due to lack of educational facilities is certainly bad news for me, because I moved that library from earlier. I will again move it, and this time throw Venus over there. But I'm hoping I don't have lots of 1x1s, that would be nasty. But I think I have lots of mergers, so it should be okay. Surprisingly, doing pretty well on the mergers. 1x1s suck, they use up the goods, and you don't want them doing that. I assure you, you do not want them doing that. So I think lots of people are either going to need barbers or schools. Barbers are nice and easy because you can just tuck them into those little 1x1 places. And it only uses, what, 2? I think it's 2 employees. So you're pretty safe. So this really shows that my strength is not in making cities that all connect together, but that's something I should work on. I think another thing I'm going to need pretty swiftly are more markets, because now markets are actually needing to run and get more resources. Or more goods, rather. More markets are good markets. Like these guys, they'll be drinking up resources because there are loads of 1x1s. But they should become 2x2s with the addition of schooling. Education, school, good, they make it all the way. Not for these folks though. You still need schooling, it seems. That'll cover some of you, but not all of you. The question is, who do I want to demolish for that? And the answer is these 4 here. There we go. Oh, okay. That was bad. I forgot these people had access to wine. Wait, how are they getting 2 types of food? Oh, that mercury early on gave us 2 types of food. Okay, not a problem though. Those 2 types of food will swiftly go away. It's amazing they even had some left. So not anything to worry about there. But it's going to be a real chore to stabilize all of this.
My governors think money grows on trees.
Well, the first step to stabilizing it would be to actually get some income. And that's what taxes are for. That's partially what taxes are for. Maybe a bit tricky getting all my tax collectors in, because I didn't leave much space for these. But there is some space, and that's an acceptable amount. I'll up the wages so that I can up the tax accordingly. 11% should be okay. Should. Don't have any tents, so it'll be alright. Probably. Maybe. Hopefully. But since I don't have so much to export anymore, that's also part of the problem. Show them what you're made of. Veteran Vandal asks if Zeke is still banned in the channel. Probably. Certainly don't remember unbanning him. Okay, if I just get rid of some 1x1s now, things should start going considerably better. Because they're going to stop eating up all my resources. At least that's my hope. That's making the perhaps short-sighted assumption that all of my houses are going to be stable. At least there's still food in the granary. It's looking good. Yeah, sadly the bathhouse does not make it over to you, so that might be a good reason just to get rid of you. Oh, again into the small villa. Like I said, the small villas will go away, thankfully. Unlike my debt is here to stay. And my food is not. So hopefully those 38 farms are enough for all of this, but potentially not. 38 times... Maybe I should do some maths here. Oh, what would 38 times 150 be? 3,800. Okay. Not quite enough for all these people. Yeah, if I stay in debt for much longer, Caesar is definitely going to spill his cup. I better send him a gift in advance. Okay, thank goodness. Jake, is there a limit where you can't go into debt anymore? Not sure. It just makes Caesar angrier and angrier. Right, this looks borderline okay, amazingly. And if people want schools, I can give them schools. Mars, on you go. Get over there. Don't need you here. Ah, he's just mad. That is odd, though. No reason prefecture should be causing me these issues. But I sense a lot of things going up in flames here, so I'm going to delete these farms. It's one of the best ways to ensure fire doesn't spread, just bulldoze the things next to them. Now what went down there? 1, 2, 3 olive farms, a vegetable farm, a prefecture, hilariously, and a weapons manufactory, but I don't need weapons anymore. So I'll just let that one remain burned to the ground. Phew. Food situation looks rough though. I really want to build more farms. But the money situation is equally rough. So what can a man do? Could lower population. Or I could have blind faith that everything will be just fine. There's no 1x1s cursing me. The people love me, even though taxes are horrible. 11% will be a -2, and another -3 for that. A +1 for being fed, and +3 for my wages. So yeah, things are okay. Except for these school children not going where they need to go, which is over to these people. Instead they just faff about. Could stick the school here instead. Don't want to have one fewer prefecture though, so prefecture moves over... Well, you know what, I've already got 3 here. I think I'll put you back there since you weren't so good. Okay, so something I changed caused a lot of entertainers to no longer walk down here. And then they decided to walk back. Strange. That's the unnerving thing about the walker system. Like, these guys were fine, but then having moved this school here is probably what caused this bathhouse to no longer... well, facilitate. Wait, which type did I even demolish there? Ceres. I assure you she wouldn't stay pleased if I kept it demolished, so we'll put it back up there. Nice. What a distressing noise. And there goes our iron mine yet again. I might just leave it down, since there is no need for weapons right now. And I will also kibosh the weapons industry, since nobody buys them off of us anyway. So it's tight, but we make a profit here. Everybody lives in large insulae with some very strange things going on due to walkers. Alright, removing that school ended up having these guys lose their school access. And also some entertainment access. Let's not Let's have you be 1x1s. Jake, I think blind faith suits you well. Lower wages slightly? No. I want to keep it 8 above Rome so that I can tax at this level. Part of the problem could be that I tax inefficiently. But I'm still making a profit, so I will consider it okay. Rough, very rough. This would take a lot of tinkering to make just right. But I would like to clear Damascus, thank you very much. Like, there will be ways to tweak this, so for example, one bathhouse might be able to get all of these guys, but I do not have the time nor inclination to do that. What I will do, however, is shift my doctor and prefecture here, remove these oh, I don't even have to, I can just shift the bathhouse here. I want to keep everybody in large insulae. The food shortage is starting to be a bit real, though. Am I in a position to be able to throw down more food for them, though? $38 times 160. Yeah, I still never did figure that out completely. $38 times 160, so it's 3,800 plus 1,900 plus 80, right? Right. So what's that, 5,780? That is not enough to feed my current population, so I really, really need to up this a wee touch. 2 more farms would take care of everything. Does significantly lower the income. So I'm going to be getting rid of you too. And you... Well, why get rid of those when I could get rid of 2 up here, though? Because I can still farm from here, right? More vegetables are good vegetables. I still have 2 of these, so that's a 1 and a 2. But I only have 1 of you, so I only need 2 of you. That works out. It's going to hit my income, but at least everyone can be fed. And now I have a surplus of food coming in. A very, very slight surplus, but still a surplus. You know, I feel bad for them coming in here. I feel too prepared for this. Maybe I should take back that part of I don't need weapons. Welcome back, Iron Mine. Alright, so a very slight surplus of food now. It's 6,080, Jake. Huh? Oh well. Okay, so again, somehow, lack of entertainment is hurting. They have theatre, they don't have amphitheatre. But now they do, because he walked that way. Madness. So if I watch the way you walk, la 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 la. And that way. Cave-ins. Completely random. Maybe they're on a pulse of some kind. But effectively random. Great. We're at the prosperity, peace, and favour limit. All we need is more culture. That can be accomplished with a few academies, and we are pretty much at the population requirement as well. Easy peasy. Essentially, I just need to build some culture buildings, and that is game, set, and match. Not sure if any of these buildings still need people to live in them or not. Well, that was actually pretty fast for Damascus. And pretty tight. It could do with looking a bit nicer though, so how about we change that? Change how it looks, not the fact that it could look nicer. I guess it's both. How should one enter Damascus? Hope I got the money for this. Who am I kidding? I don't have money. It's not looking as sweet as I thought it would. Nice. Nothing boosts your culture like slaughtering the native population, Jake. No, I quite like the fact that they're left to their own devices. I would have been able to get more trade on if I'd established a mission post there. But Caesar told me to absorb the natives, so I am specifically not going to do that. What I could do, what I well could do, is build just one more building to hit the population requirement. So wherever there is water, and everybody else around you looks relatively okay-ish. Huh, what's with the Exodus? Oh, that's probably something that had already devolved, right? Right? I hope so. Just need to slap down one building. Where'll it go? Could go here. It'll get everything these other guys do. It's close enough to a large statue. I'll give it some lovely gardens. It'll get its own fountain. That's maybe a bit too close. 1, 2, 3. There you go. You aren't getting jack, Caesar. What have you ever done for me? Other than bailed me out all those times. Yes, so I need to see about that culture. Too few academies. Okay. By too few, they mean 0. Like that excellent line out of 9990 could be watching us right now. There you go. Next up, they probably want more libraries, right? Schools are actually good. Libraries are only average. Then why am I building schools, you fool? Couple of libraries, and they're probably going to want more theatres as well. Fussy Romans. To save the game, I am going to send all my money to Caesar or to the city in preparation for succeeding. Oh, right, it's actually theatres that are holding us back. In that case, I shall also set my wage to 0, so I have nothing to carry over to the next level. Don't like having any crutches like that. Dare I say I've run out of space to put my theatres. Hey, don't you devolve on me, you're not allowed to do that. Could be because I'm building new buildings and it's changing the way things path. Certainly hope that's not what's happening. Because this is me going for the mad dash at the end.
The Empire's west...
Let's pretend that didn't happen. The gods are all pleased, so Venus, Mars, Mercury, Neptune, Ceres, how about you become a little less than pleased? I mean, let's have a joke at the gods' expense. Great. Alright, that is well and truly done. Really, I'm just waiting for people to move into there and I'm done. And they will. There are better Damascus out there, I will admit. But this one is my Damascus. You know, other than watching all those people run away from my city, don't believe the don't believe the false. There we go. Easy peasy, right? Damascus, not a problem.
Once again, you have attained what lesser men called impossible. All of the East was watching your balancing act in Damascus. Now I can safely recall some of my Syrian legions.
Alright, that was interesting, because it's never that I link up my entire city, but I did it there, and it was pretty horrible. It's very difficult to keep track of everything. I think the end result looks nicer if you tweak it all, but when I'm doing streams like this, I do not have time to sit and tweak for hours on end just to make sure everything functions properly. Because the walkers can be thrown into a kerfuddle just by a single new building. And it's difficult to foresee. Especially for me, because I haven't looked up all that. Next up, onwards to Londinium. But not today, that'll come later. I need to do my lewd night.